Whoa! This episode is definitely going to be lit. It is going to blow your mind. It really, really is going to push you off the seats because here we're going to talk about something huge, something hilarious, but more importantly, done deals for Arsenal. Yes, we do talk about done deals, and of course, one of them is really on your way. No, we're not going to talk about Robert Lewandowski. No, we are not. We're going to talk about some more interesting facts. Alexander Zinchenko, Calvin Bassey, Moussa Diaby, and of course Edmond Tapsoba. You will have one heck of a time, and I will guarantee this episode is definitely going to be superb for you to enjoy. So, what do we have in this episode for you guys? As I mentioned, all the four people, all the four players that Arsenal have been linked or spoken about right now in the sentence that I mentioned them. I've got some really exciting news for you guys. So, sweet, tight news, full flight. So the first news, I'm so sorry for that bullshit couple of lines, but yeah, I'm so excited. I just don't know what to do. And if you seek daily Arsenal content, the best place to be, consider subscribing. The first news is, according to the secret scout who actually broke the news of Omari Hutchinson wanting to join Chelsea, he says, or they say that Arsenal alongside Manchester United, Brighton and Ajax are interested in Rangers defender Calvin Bassey. Yes, he is one of the names Arsenal are looking at the moment, but very interestingly so, you will come to know a very interesting highlight as to why Arsenal are also looking for a centre-back, preferably a left centre-back. So, we're going to talk about that, and of course, more things to come your way. And according to James Benge, we have a huge update regarding Bernd Leno's departure. Where exactly Arsenal, what's wrong? We all know that, Fulham is spending some good amount of money on Andreas Pereira, but they are trying to be stingy over Leno. Why? Here's the thing. James Benge says Arsenal have turned down an offer from Fulham for Bernd Leno, believed to be around £10 million. Arsenal want £15 million. Now, there remains a will from all sides to facilitate Leno's move, and it is still expected to go through. So it looks like Arsenal are playing hardball because they believe Leno's worth that much amount of money, and I think Arsenal are going to get that much amount of money out of Bernd Leno. Now, Fulham are at an impasse with Arsenal over their pursuit of Bernd Leno, sources have said CBS Sports. Amid mounting frustration from the player, Leno has agreed personal terms with them until 2025 and will put pen to paper once the two clubs reach an agreement. He's waiting for Arsenal to say, hey, okay, you can leave, but £15 million is what we want. And I think, yeah, that's a fair amount of money to get for Bernd Leno. Well, here we go with so much sadness and so much pain. I share this image with you. Omari Hutchinson has officially joined Chelsea Football Club. He has officially joined one of the smallest clubs in London, and you cannot beat that. I mean, seriously, you just cannot beat that. And I hate myself from doing, this part of the video because, yeah, it is shameful. But it is what it is. Omari Hutchinson is leaving. He's left already, sorry. And he's joined Chelsea of all the clubs. Interesting talent. All the best for the future. That's all I'm going to say. No salty feelings. At least for now. William Saliba speaking about Mikel Arteta. He says, we spoke a little bit on Monday and we'll speak more. My plan is to fight and work with the team, win as much as possible and grow more. It feels good to be back and starting pre-season. I'm so excited to continue training and playing in the friendly games. Well, Saliba is really, really into it, man. Yes, he wants to play for Arsenal and he's not joking at all. He's not fooling around. He also says that it's important the fans are behind you and I like it very much and can't wait to give back to them. It's important to be here with the fans as well as my teammates. I hope we'll enjoy some good training and games, which is important before the start of the season. When I was on loan, I watched every single Arsenal game because when I was there, some players weren't. I watched the games to see how they played. So when I was back, it would be easier to play with those I hadn't met before. This is such an interesting thing Saliba has done. I love this intricate things that I come to know about William Saliba. Also, he says, I had a good season last season. We finished second in the table and I had some good moments and learned a lot. I hope the season will be better than that. Well, of course it will be, Willow. It damn will be. But more importantly, Arsenal may not be interested in keeping Rob Holding for long because, 3-5-2 Rob Holding's thing, the opposition is actually killed before the game even, before the last 10 minutes are about to even end. But more importantly, Arsenal are looking for another centre-back, and this time they're looking at Bayer Leverkusen centre-back Edmond Tapsoba. Arsenal once were in the Europa League when they faced against Edmond Tapsoba. I really liked him then. So Gianluigi Longari says that Arsenal are preparing a move for Bayer Leverkusen centre-back Edmond Tapsoba. Football Transfers has learned Arsenal are still in the initial stages of preparing a bid with Leverkusen, valuing him at around 40 to 50 million euros. 40 to 50 million euros. Tapsoba is one of the compact defenders that you would see. Very interesting talent. You do not, I dare you, sleep on that. But moving on, talking about transfers, well, Fabrizio Romano has updated right here, that Arsenal and Man City have now reached verbal agreement in principle to sign Alexander Zinchenko. Fee to be around £30 million. My God, Arsenal have done a wonder. £30 million, Alexander Zinchenko. Personal terms are still to be discussed. Salary and length of contract in negotiations, key step to complete the agreement. So basically, before we start the new week, Alexander Zinchenko will be an Arsenal player, and I cannot keep calm. No sir, you cannot tell me to keep calm with this. My God, they just spoke about it and they just went through it, because I'm pretty much sure, I think Arsenal were waiting for the whole Lisandro Martinez deal to go through, where exactly they would want to know about what will happen to Lisandro, and then they would move quickly. I'll tell you one thing, with the whole Lisandro Martinez saga, I'm pretty much sure the way, Ajax, the reports, Simon Stone has said that Ajax have agreed £45 million deal for Lisandro Martinez. Now, 45 million deal, with reports coming yesterday that Lisandro wanted to, link up with Erik ten Hag, which would be much more easier for him than going to Arsenal. And he wanted to play in the Premier League as well. So, two important factors that tilted Manchester, the whole deal towards Manchester United's way. But more importantly, I think Arsenal could have paid £45 million. Seriously, they would have. But the player preference and the whole news where, we came to know, in a couple of weeks' time, where we came to know, a couple of weeks ago, where we came to know that, he's met Ajax, and, Ajax are waiting and waiting. I'm pretty much sure the whole waiting game was for the player to select a club, and I'm pretty much sure that is where things have, for Arsenal, just like in Rafinha's deal, Arsenal could not get it over the line, so they just went on to the next targets, and I'm pretty much sure we're not going to regret it either. So Arsenal transfer stat that you need to know about Alexander Zinchenko. Zinchenko averaged 8.45 progressive passes per 90 last season, which is only bettered by 3 players. You know who they are? Joshua Kimmich 9.75, Toni Kroos 8.89, Trent Alexander-Arnold 8.77. He was 4th on that. One heck of a list. That is one heck of a list, if you ask me. Interesting. Wow. But more importantly, let's talk about Moussa Diaby, ladies and gentlemen. Manchester United, Arsenal and Newcastle are interested in signing him. The French winger from Bayer Leverkusen, 16 goals and 9 assists last season, has no release clause. Price tag, simple. If you want the player, pay 60 million euros, 60 million euros as a potential successor. Bayer monitoring Carles Perez from AS Roma. This is reported by Patrick Berger and relayed by Sport 1. So yes, Patrick Berger is the source that is actually coming on, and we are really having a blast at the moment. So it's simple as we speak. It is what it is. Moussa Diaby, Arsenal's very much interested in the player. They're looking to bring in a winger, according to Fabrizio Romano as well. And this is not the first time I'm telling you that Moussa Diaby to Arsenal is on the way. So, let me know what you guys think about the whole Calvin Bassey, Moussa Diaby, Edmond Tapsoba, Alexander Zinchenko is a done deal. You'll definitely, next week is all about, Zinchenko's videos being shot, him coming and signing a new deal, and the time that they took to announce Gabriel Jesus. I'm pretty much sure they're going to take that much amount of time to announce Alexander Zinchenko. Might take more than a week. But more importantly, Arsenal, if they get Zinchenko, I'm pretty much sure Nuno Tavares may or may not leave. So it's pretty much clear from my personal viewpoint, they'll definitely go for another centre-back and a winger. And that's where the window closes for Arsenal. Another winger and a centre-back, and of course departures for Nicola Pepe, Leno, Bernd, and more. Lucas Torreira. So that's what I feel. Let me know what do you guys feel? Who are going to be the incomings for Arsenal? Who are going to be the outgoings for Arsenal? In the comments, I'll be waiting. I'll be reading them. I'll be reacting to them. So make your presence felt in those comments sections. Destroy them. please comment and let me know how many more players are you expecting to join Arsenal. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.